You're here.
Ian had seen it with his own eyes. His wife had died in a car crash, but the next morning she was miraculously alive. Ian was so scared he kept stepping back until he could feel her warmth again. His heart finally started to calm down. It felt like time had rewound to yesterday. His wife went to make breakfast like she always did. Suddenly Ian remembered she had gotten burned by the kettle before. Right then he rushed over to warn her, but he saw she had already used a towel to protect herself. He let out a long sigh of relief. However, before long she still managed to burn her hands in another way. Even though he insisted on taking a different route to work, she still got splashed with soda by a passerby just like yesterday. He desperately tried to explain everything to her, hoping she would understand. To keep her from worrying, Ian just said it was something really bad and that his watch would break. On the way to work she insisted on coming along to see for herself. When they got to the company entrance, Ian nervously checked his watch. It was perfectly fine. He let out a long relieved sigh. Maybe he had been overthinking it. After work he told a friend about the strange dream. His friend thought it was just a coincidence and told him not to worry about it. But the cup that was supposed to break yesterday ended up in his hands today. Holding it, he suddenly realized that if the order of events could change, maybe he could prevent his wife's death too. When he took a taxi, he noticed the driver was the same as yesterday. Ian became even more certain that everything that happened yesterday was real, so he asked the driver, "Is it going to happen tonight?" The driver simply replied, "Just love her." Hearing that, Ian panicked. He ran to his wife as fast as he could, trying to stop the tragedy. He decided to get her out of there. They reached a hillside. They only needed to cross this mountain road to get to Ian's hometown, but a heavy rainstorm started pouring down. They rushed into an abandoned stone house nearby. Just as Ian was about to start a fire to keep warm, an accident happened. He looked at his wrist in disbelief. His watch was broken. He finally realized that some things couldn't be changed. Looking at his beautiful wife, Ian held back his grief.
If you had one day left, what would you do?
It's an easy answer. A no-brainer. I'd spend it with you.
They went out for a walk, but she suggested heading back, because tonight was her graduation recital. Ian knew how much her dream meant to her, and since he couldn't change it, he decided to cherish their final moments together. Back home, Ian grabbed the sheet music his wife had written, and rushed to the theater early to convince the staff. To distribute it to everyone. He knew his wife had dreamed of being a singer since she was a kid, but she had never had her own stage. When the performance started, Samantha was surprised to see her sheet music was already there. With her husband's encouragement, she nervously stepped onto the stage. Seeing Ian's determined gaze gave her the courage she needed. Her beautiful voice filled the entire venue. When the song ended, the audience erupted into applause. Samantha had finally realized her dream. Afterward, they went to a restaurant, and Ian gave her a bracelet he had prepared. Each charm represented a unique memory they shared. After dinner, the rain poured down heavily again. Ian knew their time was running out. After one kiss, fate came as expected. But unlike last time, this time, Ian